What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Tactical Pineapple, we're going to discuss why I personally believe we are as close to civil war as we have ever been since April of 1865. So, as most of you people know, we in America are in the middle of a complete fucking shit show. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. We are as partisan as we've ever been. We are divided as a nation among pretty much every single fucking line you can be. Um, Partisan divide, racial divide, economic divide, pretty much everything. There's almost nothing in this country that we don't divide ourselves by anymore. And part of that is the media's fault. Part of that is social media's fault. A big part of it is social media's fault. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to American patriotism, what America means to individuals, and what we've allowed people to do to this country. So we've gone through years and years and years of changes in this country, and most of them for the better, right? So we've become more inclusive. We've done a lot of things, to allow for liberal policies, to make things easier for those who are less fortunate, stuff like that. But we've also gone backwards and regressed as far as unity and patriotism. And there's this old saying that good times create weak men create bad times create strong men, and strong men create good times. I would definitely say today, here in the United States especially, we are in the point where the good times have created plenty of weak men. The weak men are now creating bad times, and those bad times are creating strong men again. And no, I'm not being counter-inclusive. It doesn't matter. It's a saying. Get over it. If that ruffled your fucking tail feathers, you're probably going to want to tune out. That being said, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't. I appreciate it. So, where are we as a country? We are as close to civil war as we've ever been. I would say that we're probably worse off than we were before the actual Civil War kicked off, the initial Civil War in the United States. And I know I'm being facetious or, egocentric, I guess, saying the Civil War, because here in the United States we've been lucky. We've only had one Civil War. Several countries in the world have had several civil wars, so some of them literally are in a never-ending civil war. So we're lucky in that fact. We've done pretty well for ourselves in the 200 and whatever plus years. It's like 240 years that we've been a nation. We have grown stronger, we've grown weaker, and I believe we are as weak as we've ever been on a global standpoint. But from an internal standpoint, I see American patriotism on the rise again, and this is huge. So obviously, with the standing up to Delta Airlines, Southwest Airlines, other major companies and corporations, the Seattle, Washington police even, pulling the "Don't Tread on Me" flags and hanging them out of their cars and stuff like that. We are definitely on the rise as far as American patriotism is concerned. But that being said, there's a lot of individuals who believe that American patriotism is bad. It's part of a patriarchy. It's everything that's bad with the world comes from patriotism in the United States, and blah 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 blah. It's all bullshit. The fact of the matter is that other countries in communism have tried to rule the world, change things, and take things over, and they've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. And they're going to continue to try and do it. So America is new. We are different, and they don't like us. They want us gone, especially because the way we run things made us one of the world's fastest, highest growing superpowers ever in history. So as weak as we are still as strong as we've ever been. Now, that being said, we do have extremely weak leadership right now. Take it for what it is. If you are watching this from another country, know that you still can't take us. I'm just saying. The military may have weak leaders. Most of the people that you're going to fight, if you bring that to our soil, are no longer in that military because of weak leadership. A lot of individuals will put their fucking foot in your ass simply for thinking you can come over here. So, if you want to, fuck around and find out. We don't fucking play. Now, why do I believe we are so close to civil war here? It's being manufactured. It's being put to a point where we almost have to, shit or get off the pot. Food shortage that's upcoming, done in a previous video. The standing up to companies and on a national level, even mandates that are coming down from a federal level. Those are huge things that are showing that we have the ability. Now, one of the big things that the left has always done better than the right is come together, unify, and actually do something about it. Act. Create action from feelings and the way those beliefs that you have. I would say, for those people who believe that to be an honest truth of where we're going to be forever, you've failed to realize one thing. And this goes out to all the left out there too, the politicians that are making these rules, the people who are pushing this. You're banking on the fact that conservatives typically don't do anything because of fear of what might happen to them, because of fear of losing their jobs, because of fear of losing their livelihoods or harm to their family or what it might look like. Well, y'all done fucked up. You're firing these motherfuckers. You're firing people like me. You're letting people like me loose. You're making us dangerous because we have nothing to lose anymore. So I'm saying this from a standpoint of an American patriot to people who are pushing back on us and saying, if you think you can, go for it. If you're feeling froggy, fucking leap. You've given us no option. So now you're pushing, and you're pushing, and you're pushing, and eventually all that weight you're putting on that camel's back is going to break it. And I guess maybe this is less of a we're close to civil war video, and it's more of a we're at civil war. This is a culture war. This is a war on our rights. This is a war on what we believe in as conservatives. This is a war on our Constitution. This is a war on fucking everything people like me and most of you watching actually believe in. So I don't want you to believe this is a call to arms because every single individual has their own line in the sand. I'm willing to say that I'm in a position right now where all bets are off. You come to my front door and I fucking guarantee shit goes sideways for you. Don't come here looking to give me a vaccine. Don't come here looking to take things I have and give them to somebody else. And don't come here thinking you're going to tell me I need to house some fucking refugee coming from another country that you fucking shit all over. I'm going to do me. I'm an American. I have my rights. I have my property. And if you do come to my fucking door, just know this is not me saying a threat. This is me issuing a warning. This is me issuing a warning for fucking 70 million conservatives. Maybe 80 million, 90 million conservatives even. In this country. My voice, their voice, our voice. You've taken everything that fucking matters away from us. What else is there? You think you can come here onto our territory and do what you're doing? You're mistaken. You may be born in America. You may live in America. But you definitely do not espouse American values. You are not an American leader, and you are not my fucking leader. So I didn't like it when people said, not my president. I don't believe you're the president. I don't believe you're duly elected. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. the things that are happening right now are anti-American. And I'm just here today to say we are as close to civil war as we have ever been, if not closer. And we've already been at war. So I think it's time for people like me and you guys watching to wake up to the fact that maybe we're already at war. I know people have said we're at war, but honestly, look around. We're fucking at war. And I think it's time that our side gets involved. I'll see you in the next video.